Remember the old days when the doctors used to come to your house?
You know, in the old days, we used to build bridges.
Remember in the old days, cars, also made in the USA, right?
Families in the old days, they saved money.
You know, in the old days, we used to win.
In the old days, when we were smart and strong.
But in the old days, you put the hairspray on, it was good.
Air conditioning is not the same as the good old days.
I think it would be nice if somebody put Merry Christmas on something, you know, like the old days.
What happened to the old days when people came into this country? They worked and they worked and they worked and they had families and they paid taxes and they did all sorts of things.
You know, in the old days, a politician would lower taxes, right?
You know, in the old days, no president gave tax returns.
You know, in the old days, my father taught me, if you can spend less, that's a good thing, not a bad thing.
In the old days, when I was young, I'd say, we're not paying you back the $150 billion. You're not getting it.
In the good old days, law enforcement acted a lot quicker.
In the old days, meaning a while ago, we had great surveillance going on in and around mosques.
You know, in the old days, we had mental institutions. We had a lot of them. And you could nab somebody. You can't put him in jail, I guess, because he hasn't done anything. But in the old days, you'd put him into a mental institution.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
In the good old days, this doesn't happen because they used to treat them very, very rough. And when they protested once, you know, they would not do it again so easily.
In the old days, when you have a war and you win, that nation's yours.
You know, spies in the old days used to be executed.
He left, he deserted. You know, in the old days, when we were a strong country, it would be boom, gone.
In the old days, when we were strong and respected, they had a problem with Israel. I mean, they had a problem with terrorism. They shot 49 of the terrorists with the bullets loaded up with pig fat and pig blood.
You know, in the old days, boom, firing squad. No, it's true.
And we're going to go back to the old days. We're going back to the old days.